YouTube, what is good? Danny Mulligan here. Today I'm going to take you through the squat demo. Today we're going to talk about the basics, but this is part one of a three-part series. So in part one we're going to discuss the basics, part 2 and 3 we're going to show you the finer things of how to fine-tune your squat and make sure that you can lift really heavy weights under load, but also where your grip on the bar should be, how you should vary your feet, how you should vary the actual squat itself to maximise the efficiency for you and make it specific for you. Because ultimately, I can show you what a basic squat looks like today and it's worth watching, but if the squat's not specific to yourself, then it doesn't really matter. Or every time I'm working with a client, no two squats are the same. So, first and foremost, you want your hands as close as your shoulders will manage. Now that might be out here. Now I really wouldn't recommend right out here, so somewhere in this region, but just wider than shoulder width and as close as your shoulders will manage. Then, you want to breathe into the stomach, which all these small details we'll discuss in more detail. So you breathe into your stomach, you come under. Now the bar placement on your back will vary, and again, in part 2 and 3, I'll discuss this in more detail, but I'm going to have it here, just on the very top of my shoulder blades, but not sitting directly on top of them. So not here, just slightly down. My feet stacked below the bar, breathe into the stomach, lift off, 1 step out, 2 step out, then that 3rd step, then maybe 3.5 steps just to try and fiddle the feet. Then take a big deep breath in, elbows on the chest up, and then you're going to sit your bum down, but breaking at the knees and the hips. And then drive those hips forward along the chest. The hips sit down, and the hips rise with the chest. So watch me go through silently now. So, a few things to notice is the depth, thigh parallel to the floor. Full contact with my big toe, my little toe and my heel at all times. I had that constant pressure, and you can hear that in my voice now, that I breathe down to the stomach. So when we're in the squat, we don't want any loss in that pressure. We call that intra-abdominal pressure. And we want to create that constant throughout the squat. This is something, the breathing is a massive element, and we'll talk about that, how we can actually lift more weight in part 3. But that's what we call a basic back squat. If you did like today's video, please don't forget to like, please don't forget to subscribe, and comment anything else you'd like to see and anything else you'd like me to demo. And please stay tuned for part 2, and until next time, see you.